All right, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What is this? Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. We appreciate everybody for being here, man. Happy Wednesday. We want to talk about this big game coming up. We have a special game. I'm with my guy right here, B. Shaw. B. Shaw, what's the word?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm just pumped up to see you in person, big dog. Not having to see you through a little computer screen. So I'm fired up we were able to make this happen and be together in person for sure.
Absolutely, man. We have a big time game, man. I think this game, to me, you guys see the title, man. It's a massive game. I think on so many levels. I think it's going to tell us a lot about who USC is. It's going to tell us a lot about who Illinois is. But B. Shaw, man, when you first think of this game, man, how are you feeling just going into this game? And we'll kind of recap what USC did, man, just a few last weekend. But how are you feeling so far, man, just going into this game?
Yeah, this is going to be a real test. I mean, first off, you got to remember, we just had an 11 o'clock East Coast kick.
Yeah.
And then we're coming against Illinois, which is going to be like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. for us local time in the Pacific. So it's going to be a tough test. In Illinois, I know they just got the doors blown off them against Indiana, but when you look at this Illinois team, they are a good team, and they just went out there and laid an egg, and they're going to be doubly angry. They're going to be looking to get back on track. This is going to be a real deal test. This is by far the biggest test of the season, 100%.
No, I totally agree. And let's just do away with the notion right now that Illinois they got blown out. This is college football. I think we got to look at it from the overall perspective. These are some big time athletes, some athletes that's going to really try to get out there and give it their all. At the end of the day, Illinois is a proven commodity. Even though they lost, I feel like Illinois is a team, especially with that quarterback, Luke Altmaier. Yeah. I feel like he's a quarterback that's absolutely getting ready to try to listen. And one thing about it, homecoming game, you know about homecoming games, right? Why would they put USC in there for a homecoming game? I feel like whenever they put teams in there as a homecoming game, that's kind of they feel like it's an automatic win.
Yeah, I mean that's we talked about that a lot when I was playing. If you're on a team's homecoming game, that's like the ultimate sign of disrespect. They think that they're going to have everybody come to the stadium. It's going to be smooth sailing for them. They're going to beat a team, and it's going to be a great day for their program. But that is definitely disrespect in my opinion.
No, it is, and I think that's why even more so. I think Illinois has so many things that's working against them. Not only the embarrassment of this big time massive loss against Indiana, that was crazy. But then you talking about a homecoming game. Nobody wants to lose on their homecoming game. So when we look at this game, let's kind of go back from last week though. Last week, let's do a small recap. Last week was to me, in my opinion, it was overall a phenomenal picture of what USC has the ability to do. Yes, we came up a little short, I guess, in some people's eyes from a secondary standpoint, and I agree. But overall, how are you feeling about the team overall? Like, what grade would you give them?
Yeah, I mean, first off, 2-0 in the Big Ten, it's a great start for the Big Ten. And anytime you can win a game against a quality Big Ten opponent, that's something you got to celebrate. But when I look back at that game, and we talked about it, I'm extra hard on these guys because I know what they're capable of. I've been around the coaches, I've been around the team, and the game started off great, and then it gets a little sloppy. And moving forward, especially going into Illinois on the road, they got to get the penalties cleaned up. I mean, we kept talking about. They were talking about it on TV, and it was either the third quarter, I believe it was the third quarter, when it looked like we were getting ready to run away with this.
Yeah.
We start committing penalties, and we fumble the ball, and then all of a sudden you're in a one-score game in a close battle. And it can't happen. Each week it's going to get the quality of the opponent's going to get better and better. And when you go against teams like that, you can't have quarters of – it's got to be perfect 4 quarters. So I give them, knowing how they are on the defense, I give them a C+. And then on the offense, I think – Jaden's 100% in Heisman contention, and if he keeps playing like he is, he's going to win the thing. And I mean, when that game was a 1-score game, Jay, and he scrambled out of that and got that first down. I mean, that's like a Heisman type play in my eye.
Yeah.
And Lemon's balling, and when Lane comes back, that offensive line looks great, defensive line looks great. So overall, I'm still giving this team because they've proven to me that they can compete with anybody, can really win this conference. I'm just going to give them an A still as an overall team. but they got some stuff to clean up and quick coming up for this Saturday.
No, absolutely. Overall, I think I give them pretty much the same thing. But we gotta kind of deal with the secondary. We know that the defensive line has been extremely strong. To me, that's like, okay, that's a given. The defensive line has proven themselves. And when you look at the matchup coming up this week, with Illinois' offense, Illinois, I think, allowed like 7 sacks or whatever, something crazy. And I think 14 in the last 2 games. They appear to be having some problems with the offensive line. And we're not saying we're just gonna come out there and just go crazy, but at the end of the day, matchup wise, I kind of feel like our USC defensive line could really assert themselves against this offensive line from Illinois. And I think that's what we have to do. We have to put the full court press on them, just because of the fact that we got some issues going on with secondary. I don't know. You played on that secondary last year. I'm getting kind of hot, I knew. But what do you think we need to do as far as the secondary, man? Like, where's the miscommunication coming from, man? What do you think overall?
Yeah, first off, I'm in full agreement with you that we need to put the full court press on these guys. I think the defensive line's going to get after them. We get, pressure them, and when you look at the secondary, it is a little disappointing, especially after just being with them and seeing how good of a talent they have. Maybe just you still see a lot of rotation going on out there. I would like to see, I love how they got everybody rolling, but I would like to see, I think Ramsey go back to the deep safety. I want to see CP, come down as that kind of nickel box safety. I think CP plays the run really well, and I think he's really physical and kind of built, and he can cover guys. I think he's built for that. I want to see, BC, Braylon Conley get going more. I think when you talk about man-to-man, Braylon Conley was always one of my favorite guys last year. Just watching him, up and press. It's just, again, it's not that it's like you look at the secondary and you say, man, they just can't do it. This secondary it's got all the talent. It's got all the depth.
I know they have. I truly believe they have the talent. With the communication part, though, I don't.
Communication. Somebody's got to step up as an alpha back there. Somebody's got to step up, and I am going to call out my boy Kamari. I love Kamari to death, and he's one of the best safeties I've ever played with, hands down. But he's got to take that next step in communication. He's got to be an alpha back there. He's got to be barking, making sure everybody's on the same page. I mean, he's an upperclassman. He's a leader on that team. He needs to take control, and I know he is plenty capable of it, but I want to see him really, take over that alpha role and hold guys accountable. He's in a position where he's played so much ball and played at such a high level that some of these young pups out there aren't, Selly. Let's say Selly makes a mistake somehow, from pure lack of focus or something. I want to see Kamari kind of get on him and be like, listen, dude, you got to get this right. So I just think somebody has to emerge as kind of the alpha communicator and just the alpha leader back there, because they got all the talent in the world.
Yeah. No, they got the talent in the world. How do you think that it will benefit Kamari? Now, this is a question that a lot of people are going to ask, because Christian Pierce, I love the way Christian Pierce is playing right now. Like, Christian Pierce is balling. He's coming downhill. He's making, and I love it. Like, he's out of Rancho Cucamonga. He's absolutely balling.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. But I don't know. Do you think it will benefit Kamari to go back to the safety spot? Because he was playing like at an All-American level. And then I don't know, who will we put in nickel though? Like, I mean, who do you?
I mean, listen, when you look at Kamari, I think being at anybody, this goes for anybody. I think having depth, being at that safety position, and especially when you're have all the playmaking ability, it allows you to see the field more, allows you to see what's going on more. So I think that, in terms of Kamari, him going back there would allow him to make more plays and, make a bigger impact on the field like he was doing last year.
Right.
And then when you look at the nickel position, I mean, it is tough. And I do think CP can go down there and play. CP, he'd be a factor in the run game, especially down there. He can cover guys. It does hurt that Prophet Brown got hurt, because he was really starting to get going and take steps forward. It's just something they got to play around with and practice and really find out what's the best rotation corner wise and safety wise. And now that you're getting the Big Ten play, they need to figure it out quick though.
Quickly.
What's the best kind of 5 out there, 4 out there, wherever they got going on. But these guys can get it done, no doubt.
No doubt, and hopefully the light bulb comes on for the secondary. I would like to see maybe we've seen some other guys mix and match. I would like to see maybe Braylon Colley get in there, maybe a little bit the rotation as far as the cornerback position, and see how that works out. Maybe him and Marcellus get in there and rotate out, and then of course the Carlos Nicholson, see how that works out. But I think the way we got to approach this game, man, is it has got to be physically impose our will on Luke Altmaier, because at the end of the day, one thing I did see from Luke, when he does drop back, immediately, if he feels like the pocket is collapsing, I notice immediately like he will step up in that pocket, and he got some wiggle in him. Like he can step up in there and go. So how do you feel like we need to control that part?
Yeah, I mean, EG's going to have to be responsible for him. I think EG, we talked about this. I think he's playing at a Buckus Award type of level.
Oh yeah,
right
absolutely.
Now. They can do so many things with them. So I agree with you. I think our defensive line, especially how like with Stewart coming along, all those guys, they're going to be able to collapse this pocket. Right. And then if Altmaier is able to kind of get out, extend plays, and hurt us a little bit, then you go to the big dog EG and you say, listen, you're a wild dog. Go out there and hunt that quarterback, and he'll go out there and get it done. So keep him in the pocket, condense that pocket, and if he starts getting out, then maybe have EG spy him a little bit. But I think they're going to be able to really put pressure on this kid.
No doubt. We're gonna go over a couple things. I see a couple of people in the chat. You guys. Well, I see a couple of people in and I'll make sure this is. I don't know what I just did. Let me make sure I don't knock myself. But I'm on. Look. I don't have my computer. I'm in a different location, and you guys, the link is in the chat. If you guys just scroll down, the link is in the chat. You guys can come in once we finish, kind of just giving a brief review and preview. We will go ahead and take some calls real quick. But so from what have you seen from Illinois? And how you think we need to approach this team overall from an Illinois perspective? Do you, and like I said, I know they lost 66 points up there, but they are a proven commodity. They had success last year. How do you think we need to approach this?
Yeah, first off, they're much better than that score and that performance they put out last weekend. But you can they have all these returning starters. They got great skill guys, good running back, good quarterback, but we know if that line isn't performing well, then there's not a whole lot you can do. And they definitely have had problems with that offensive line, and we're gonna have to make them pay for it. And if we're able to get there with a 3-man rush, 4-man rush, and kind of allow coverage to work, that's going to be great. And we should be able to. The defense, we've been talking about a couple weeks now, that defense taking the next jump. And for me, I think this is the game where it has to happen and it has to show. And because when you look at the matchup, we should, in my opinion, I don't know what you think, Jay, really get after them and hold them to single digits, in my opinion. And so I think
it's about the overall game.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm with that.
I think this is the week that everything. And I said this last week, so I don't want to sound repetitive, but it just has to happen. And I think this is the week where it's got to. It just has to, in my opinion.
And if we go matchup for matchup and we look at, like I said, I think it's 14 sacks within 2 games that Illinois they've allowed. And so the way our defensive line right now has 7. What do we have? We have 14 total sacks on the season. So if we continue at the pace that we are right now.
That's 14 sacks coming into this against Michigan State. Now, how many sacks do we have in that game? A couple, right? Against Michigan State?
Yeah. So where are we at right now? So we may be like what, 17 or 18 or something like that. So I think if we continue at the pace we are right now, we've seen different guys. We've seen Floyd Buchart. We've seen Jakeem Stewart. And Devin Tompkins right now, a lot of people, his name, he had 5 tackles. I think he led the D line last week. But this year, we haven't really seen Devin, his name being called out. And I think mostly because he's being double teamed. If you pay attention to a lot of the film, Devin Tompkins, guys are doubling teaming up, but that's allowing a lot of other guys coming off the edges and a lot of other guys like Floyd Buchart and Jakeem Stewart to just be able to penetrate to a different level right now. So, I mean, how many sacks, man? How many sacks are you going to predict this game? I'm going to just go ahead and say it right now. I'm thinking we're going to at least get 4 sacks.
Yep.
I think we could get at least 4 sacks. How many are you thinking?
I'm thinking at least 4. I'm gonna go with 5. So we're on a different page. I think Anthony Lucas, you see him each week come more and more along, and then Cameron Crawford. I guess he changed his name.
Right. Hey, that's kind of I got to get used to that.
I was calling him Cam Fountain in the locker room, every day. So I definitely got to get used to that. But Cam Crawford, that's what the big fella's going by now. So that's what we're going to stick with. So I think, and Devin Tompkins, I think you hit the nail on the head. He does disrupt, a lot in there. He's a big athletic guy, and he is kind of where he's at, drawing some double teams and stuff. I mean, he's definitely a key piece on the defensive line, and his name's going to start getting called out more. I don't disagree with that at all.
Absolutely. So I think that's going to actually be the key to the game. It's just major penetration. As far as their secondary, I think from an offensive standpoint, they got one of their major guys, secondary guy out for the secondary. Now, you guys forgive me. I told you I'm at a different location. I don't have my notes with me, but I kind of know this stuff in my mind. So but I can't give you the names. Yeah. But there's a guy from the secondary that's out, and that's a major guy, major contributor to the secondary. And I think USC could really, I mean, I'm telling you, just put the full court press on. Hopefully we have Jacoby back. I do know that B-Jack is out. And I heard that he may not be coming back to the Michigan game. And so Alex Graham came back. So he's back. I don't know. Maybe we see him at nickel. But from an offensive standpoint, I think we just need to, work on these corners big time. What you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm kind of looking at the Michigan State game. We kind of talked about it. Jaden Maava, I mean, he's just playing at a Heisman level for sure.
Yeah.
And, the offensive line, I think everybody's been very, very pleasantly surprised with them. And you and I talked about it coming into the year, though. We called this. We said they had the pieces. They got Benuelos in there rotating with, I think, Alani a lot.
Yeah.
Those two guys are doing a phenomenal job. Tobias, Elijah, and then the center, Killian O'Connor stepping up. I mean, we talked about this coming into the season that we thought this offensive line was going to surprise people. And we've seen it 2 weeks in a row now that in the fourth quarter, we've had good drives, running the ball, and able to put the game away. And that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take.
Absolutely. Now, Elijah Page, he did go out the game, and I guess somebody was saying it was his left knee, but hopefully he was at practice yesterday, so hopefully we get him back. But in the event that he doesn't come back, we kind of saw the same thing during the Texas A&M game, and I think he went out that game, and a lot of these young guys came in, and look, I told you guys this, our young guys, the only way you get experience is actually out there getting it and being out there on the field. And a lot of these guys, they're proving it, they're showing it, this proof is in the pudding. These guys are absolutely getting out there and they're showing physicality. They're not just going out there just kind of hanging on by a thread. They're absolutely showing physicality. And this offensive line is gelling together, and it looks like it's a brotherhood. So this is going to be another test. We told you that each week it's going to continue to go higher as far as the strength and the test wise. I think this will, but I don't know. Is Michigan State defensive line, how do you compare them compared to Illinois defensive line?
Yeah, I don't know. That Michigan State team, that defense looked like a real problem. I think that Illinois is definitely going to be a jump ahead. And so we're just going to have to see. I think Illinois, like we talked about, I think Illinois is going to be definitely the best team that we faced this season so far.
Yeah.
Purdue is pretty good though.
They ended up putting 30 points on Notre Dame.
Yeah, Purdue was a very solid team, and I think Purdue was a little bit better than Michigan State, if I'm going to be honest. But I do think that Illinois is going to be. We're climbing the ladder, climbing the mountain, and Illinois is kind of that next level, I think, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So we're getting ready to open this up, man, and you guys can come in and make some calls and let us know how you guys are feeling. But overall, I'm feeling good, man. We'll get ready to do some score predictions here in a second. I like the single digit action, man. I just think I just really believe this is how I believe the game is going to unfold. I believe personally that our defensive line, like I said, is going to impose their will. And so I like what B. Shaw said, the single digit and maybe a field goal. I don't see them scoring more than 10 points if we continue to just collapse the line. We can rotate these guys out. We got enough firepower to where we can do it. I personally think we can put up 38 points, 38-10 score on the road. That sounds crazy to some, but I believe that. What you say?
Yeah, I don't see anyone really slowing down the offense, to be honest. So I'm going to go with 35, and I'm going to go 34-10. 34-10.
Okay. 34-10. You guys come in, man. You guys tell me what you guys think. I'm going to take this first call. I got one in here. right now. This is different. But Uncle Boom, how you doing?
Yo, what's popping, fellas? What's popping?
Oh, Uncle, I think he's in here.
Yeah, I think he's definitely.
Uncle Boom, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I see you on it,
Hello?
Uncle Boom.
You hear me? Hello?
Man, this is so much.
Hello?
Maybe ask the
Can
chat
y'all
if they can hear
Okay.
me like that.
Can you? Let's see. Let me ask him. Can you guys hear me? He said 52 to 10.
New comments.
Let me try to add him one more time. Maybe he was in a bad area.
Yeah, he's probably in a bad area.
So look, you guys, the link is in the chat, and where is it? Okay, I'm telling you, man, from my computer compared to this is unbelievable.
There you go. I think you got it in there.
Okay, all right. So you guys come on in, man. You guys come on in with your questions, and I'm sweating bullets out here. But
Hey, is Jacoby Lane back?
I think he may be a game time decision. He was at practice yesterday, and we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully he's back. If not, I mean, it's going to be the next man up mentality. Okay, here he is, right here. Okay, Uncle Boom.
Can you hear me?
Why can I hear?
Can you hear me?
Man, you might be in a bad area.
Hello?
Let me
Hello?
check
Hello?
this. Let me get this next one. Phil.
Hey, it's me. Can you hear me, Big J?
Oh man, there's all kinds of people popping up. This is unreal. Hold on for one. Phil, are you there?
Can you hear me? Big J?
Yeah,
Hello?
why can't
Man, this is crazy. Hold on for 1 second. You know what?
Can you hear
Let me
me?
take that off. Phil, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, what are these new comments?
Can you hear
They
me,
hear him
Big
perfectly, I
J?
guess.
Big J.
I don't know.
We all
What do you?
maybe
can
they
you
can
hear
just
me?
put their questions in the chat.
Yeah, put your questions in the chat because I can't hear anybody.
We can't hear
And look, I'm in a different location. I don't have my equipment, so we're doing this from the phone.
Whoa.
This is the
I can hear
definition
you.
of lost in the sauce. But I see you guys in here, but I can't hear you guys. Are you? Oh,
Big J.
Uncle Boom.
I can hear you,
Yeah, I
Big
don't know
J.
what's going on.
Jay,
This
can
is
you hear me?
crazy,
Big J, I can hear you too.
man. Who knows? This is unbelievable.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to put their questions in the chat.
Hey, so you guys put your questions in the chat. I don't know. We're having some technical difficulties. This is we're doing it a little somewhere else. We're about to go hit some balls.
I knew it. You're going to hit the links.
Amelia,
I knew it.
do you think USC wide receivers? I don't even know what that means. What do you so wow. Anyway,
Big J, can you hear me now?
I am completely.
We lost.
Hey, we lost in all the sauce because I'm trying to add you guys, man, and I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Big J, can you hear me now?
They can hear. How can
So you guys can hear, but you guys can't for whatever reason.
Big J, this is Phil. Can you hear me?
Okay, let's see. Unmute. Uncle Boom, can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. Hey, you on mute, my man.
I'm not.
he said he's not on mute?
Oh,
I'm not. It's on
I don't
your
know,
end.
bro. I don't even know. My apologies on that. I have no idea. And now my phone seems like I'm not even about to touch this. Anyway, man, we're gonna have to wrap this up, man. So, and my phone froze up. Can you believe this? Hey, so anyway, we just wanted to tap in with everybody, man. This is horrible being able to get this like this. I can't even believe this. So we feel like USC is gonna win this game. I can't believe I can't take any calls. Unbelievable. Okay, there it
All right,
is.
there's some questions. They hear us.
Okay.
Big
We hear
J,
you
can
both.
you hear me?
I'm not putting anything.
I'm on, Big J.
Amelia.
Can you hear me?
Okay, let's see. What's the info of Elijah Page? Well, hopefully he's coming back. He was out, but hopefully he's coming back.
Oh no.
Man, doing this like this is crazy. Jay is showing his. Hey, man, forget. Hey, it's not me. Listen, we got different equipment right now. And I'm lost in the sauce big time.
Big J, can you hear me?
So anyway, man, we getting ready to get out of here, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. It's almost been 30 minutes.
Try this.
We about to go hit some golf balls, man. My apologies on the technical difficulties. I don't even know what to say. This is totally different for me, doing this from my phone. And I'm sweating bullets. So anyway, I got 35 to 10. No, 38 to 10. B. Shaw has 35 to 10. We believe USC is going to pull this game out, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what's going on with this thing, and I'm sweating bullets. So, B. Shaw, any last thing you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I mean, I wish we could hear these calls.
I can't get it.
Well,
This is
You
crazy.
know, we're good every Monday and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got you guys in the future. We wanted to just connect out here, and yeah, we're supporting the Trojans. We think USC is going to get this done in a dominating fashion. We don't see them taking any steps back, and yeah, so USC, and then you can also follow me on Shaw Sports Media on YouTube. I do a little.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to B. Shaw's stuff, man.
Yeah, so Shaw Sports Media, and then that's it for me, big man.
All right. So look, we out of here, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. My apologies on the technical difficulties. Don't have my computer and things with me, man. But until later on, man, everybody stay blessed. We are out of here. Fight on.
There we go.
Jesus. Right. Look, I'm still in line. Oh.